It's Coy Gutta, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
This city getting dangerous. They're trying to blame us. I'm just doing all I can to keep.
Alright, today we got Coy Gutta jumping off the porch with us today.
Yep, what up, man? You already know Coy Gutta, man. PA Gutta, you know what I mean? CG, call me whatever, just don't call me broke or a rat.
I fuck with that. That's hard. How you feeling today, gang?
You know what I mean? Feeling real good down here in this hot weather, you know what I mean?
Just chilling.
Yep, just chilling, man.
For sure, man. We appreciate having you on the porch with us today, for sure, first and foremost. So let me ask you this, right? What lessons would you say you learned in 2021 that you applying in 2022?
I really learned how to save my money. You know what I mean? That was the best lesson that I learned there. And then with me going through all my trials and tribulations, I learned to like keep my real friends close. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people turned out to be fake. You know what I mean? A lot of people turned out to be not who they said they was, or just to show their true colors that year. So the best, but the main thing was saving my money. That's what I really learned how to do in 2021. I really learned how to manage my money, save it more, and invest in the proper things so that my money working for me.
That's real. How would you describe your childhood coming up in Grand Rapids?
A cool childhood, like, you know what I mean, the normal, you know what I mean? Just, one of your greatest joys is meeting up with your boys. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And my house in the neighborhood was like, cause we got the trampoline in the backyard, the basketball court. So my house was like, you know what I mean, the spot basically. From when I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, my house was like the spot for everybody to come to and chill out. So, I mean, I had a good childhood, not a troubled child at all, you know what I mean, 2-parent home, about 2, 3 brothers and sisters. So I had a good childhood, you know what I mean, grew up playing like AAU basketball, stuff like that, you know what I mean, good kid basically.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So when did you decide to jump off the porch? Around
like 14 years old was when I got like off the porch for real. I was in it about 12 though. 12 years old was when I started like learning about different stuff like, oh, this is a gang, this a gang, and so around 12 I'm like in it, but not really like in it though, you know what I mean? Just going around seeing stuff and being a part of different fights and things like that. But once I turned 14, that's when it was time to get a little active. For sure, for sure. What type of mishaps or bullshit would you say you endured from jumping off the porch so early? Just not really too much like BS, but just getting introduced to it that early, it made me focus away from school though. Like, so I was spending less time on school and classwork, cause all day I'm just thinking about getting back to, you know what I mean, what I gotta get to. I always wanted money, so I always been like that type of kid to find a hustle. I ain't always been a robber or no stealer though. Like, that was some here and there stuff. But most of the time I was trying to get money, you know what I mean? Probably the worst thing that happened to me that was like, made me wake up was probably my cousin being shot in the face. That was like, made me like, wake up and like, damn, this shit ain't no game. Like, cause he was like one of the first people around me to be shot. Like, it'd have been people that would have been like, oh, he's my uncle, he's my boy, but he was my right-hand man. So when he got shot in the face, that really made me like strap my nuts on. You know what I mean? I had to really watch my surroundings and really wake up to like, man, it can happen. Like, you know what I mean, basically.
That's real. So what would you say is the biggest life lesson you learned so far?
One of the biggest life lessons I learned is that if you're gonna be doing like this street stuff, you gotta be prepared for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared, you gotta have bond money, lawyer money, be ready to do time, cause you're gonna do some time if you win it. Be ready to just be ready to, cause like you gonna find out that your girl is like one of the realest people on your team. Like if you gonna be a nigga like that, you gotta have a strong woman behind you. I'm not saying you got to, but it's good to have one. You know what I mean? Cause she gonna be there for stuff your boy can't. Like when you doing time, your boy ain't gonna be on the phone with you all day. Your boy ain't gonna be the one that send you love letter. You know what I mean? Your boy ain't gonna pick you up from no county or no, you know what I mean? It's gonna be your girl, your mama. So just respect the people that's like there for you. Don't show the streets more respect than the ones that's gonna like have your back when the shit get real. Cause that's the realest it get, is in the courtroom. Like not the streets, not a shootout or not none of that. The realest it's ever gonna get for you if you in the streets is a courtroom. That's the realest it's gonna get.
That's the realest shit ever. So what inspired you to start making music?
You know what I mean, R.Payso for real. You know what I mean? I always loved music though, cause my dad, growing up, he was a rapper. So I always had like a love and a passion for music, cause he always used to play old school stuff. So I grew up on DMX, Ja Rule, Biggie, Beanie Siegel, all these real different rappers. So growing up hearing that, I was about 5, 6 years old, 7 maybe. I wrote a full song, you know what I'm saying? A full-fledged song. So, and then I was the lead singer in the church choir, you know what I mean, coming up when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8. So I always had a love for music and I always had like a good voice. But what made me want to be a rapper was like, for real, R.Payso, he gave me that chance like to actually express myself on a music tip, you know.
That's real. So how would you describe your relationship with R.Payso today?
I mean, me and bro close as hell. We like the best of friends, you know what I'm saying? That's my big homie. I met him through his nephews, you know what I'm saying? We had got tight. He got out the feds in like 2016. Then he had pulled up on me one day, asking me like, you know what I mean, download this music on my SoundCloud. That's when everybody was listening to SoundCloud and shit. So, but it really took us like 2 years to get as close as we did. You know what I mean? It was a situation had happened and I came through for him and he, you know what I mean, he took a liking to me after that. So we clicked up from there. And ever since then, it's been like, we've been together every day, you know what I mean? I done been through, like half the stuff I learned it from him, like mostly everything for real though. Like I done been through everything with him, like from the bottom to the top, you know what I mean? From anything you could think of, we done did it, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real. So besides R.Payso, who would you list as some of your musical influences?
Beanie Siegel, Jay-Z, Lil Boosie, my favorite, you know what I mean? Him going to prison, being on death row and still not telling, that was a super huge inspiration for my hood, you know what I mean? Because it was like, damn, somebody, he was about to lose his life over not telling. Like, it don't get no realer than that to me, you know what I'm saying? So he probably is the biggest, you know what I mean? Michael Jackson was also one of my biggest, just how great he was. Like he could just stand there and make 30 people faint. So just off that, he was a big inspiration for me. Obviously my dad, you know what I mean, and R.Payso, so them all my inspirations right there.
That's real. So, well, all those real inspirations, right? Why do you feel it's important to remain authentic to what you say as an artist or how you really living as an artist?
Because I think people might get the wrong impression about you. You know what I mean? You might be like the 6ix9ine situation, for instance. You might have thought, well, I thought he was a real blood. When he first came out, I'm thinking like, he really a blood, because he got everybody backing him. So he gotta be did something, you know what I mean? But come to find out, it was just a character. So that's why I think it's important to be true with your music, because somebody might get the wrong idea about you. Like, just be yourself. You can still make music just being yourself and still get on. Just find your crowd, because you would be a schoolboy rapping like you street, and now at your shows, you got street crowds. So now them street crowds, if something happen, you ain't gonna know how to handle yourself like somebody might try you. You claiming the game and somebody might try you, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's bad to like don't portray you somebody you're not, because somebody might test that. Like, let me see if he really who he say he is. Like, so to avoid that, just be you, be yourself, and be real to who you is in the music.
That's real. How would you describe your creative process while making music?
My creative process is like, I listen to a beat and then I pick a sound on that beat to go off. You know what I mean? So it might be like a boom, boom, clap, and then in the background you would hear a I just rap off of that part of the beat, you know what I mean? But it'll go to the whole beat, but I just pick a certain sound that I like, and then I go off that as far as like my melody tracks. But when I'm just straight spitting, I just really be wanting to, I like to have a slower flow to it, you know what I mean? It really all come from my head, you know, I really, like, sometimes I might write the last bar first and just build up to it, or sometimes I might just start from here and just go all the way down and not think, you know what I mean? So it's damn near freestyle sometimes, but it's just written down though.
That's hard.
Yeah.
How did you end up entering the battle rap realm of this shit?
My homie Project Prime and R.Payso, and Raydell Shemaine and Project Prime, they had ended up battling one day, which, and it ain't been no battles in probably like 4 years before that. So that was a big battle. I had pulled up to there to see what's going on. Once, like after that, cause we brought Calico from Detroit. He a URL battle rapper. We had brought him up there, and then once we brought him up there, everybody started saying like, oh man, it's like a battle rapper here. So that caught people's attention. So the next battle, we ended up bringing Hitman Holla, which is, he from the Wild and Out, but he do URL too though. So we brought him the next battle. And then the battle after that, which was, now it's about April, because we started in December 2020, had a battle in February, which we brought Hitman Holla. And then we did one in April, which was, he was bringing New Jersey Twerk. Yeah. A lot of people didn't want to face Twerk because, you know, he electrifying battle rapper. Yeah. And he big, so.
Energetic as hell.
Yeah, energetic as hell. Man. So they ain't want to stand in front of that, man. So, but me personally, I'm like, you know what I mean? It ain't really nothing to me because I'm a street nigga. So it's like, I done stood in front of my ops, so he a battle rapper. So I'm like, shit, let me put something together. So I put like a couple bars together for bro, showed him like, yeah, bro, you know what I mean, that's what I got. He like, all right, you might be able to rock with him. I ended up going up there and beating him though, so that's basically how I got into it. It was on some fluke shit, like somebody else was supposed to take him, they ain't want him. So I just filled in for him. I had like a month to prepare for him. So it was really just like some on the fly fluke shit. That's how shit.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the music scene overall in Grand Rapids?
I mean, the music scene, it's lit there, you know what I mean? We just ain't got that big like industry, how like other cities got it, but we got a lot of talent there. It's real lit, you know what I mean? Shout out to Migo, T. James, G. Cass, Juice to God, Moolah Me, Southwest Rule, Southwest Dame, R.Payso, BSG KT, shout out Will Chapo, Heavy Check Quan, you know what I mean? These are all like rappers from my city. They all lit too, all of them. So I'll explain it. I'll say it's like, see, we got a mixture of music there. Like in Atlanta, you might have like, everybody want to do the Atlanta sound, and here you want to do this sound. We don't really got like a sound that's like, you know what I mean, as far as like, oh, this is a Grand Rapids sound. Like when you hear R.Payso and me, that's what you think of, like, this is Grand Rapids music. Like, but everybody got their own little style of rap. Like Detroit is big there though, like as far as like the sound, the Detroit sound is real big, but people starting to migrate from that because they like seeing this it's different stuff going on in the world. So people starting to like migrate from that, and a lot of people going towards the auto-tune way. So it'll be like, it's Atlanta music there, Detroit music, Cali music, like everybody got their own little flow of what they want to do, you know what I mean? So I say it's up and coming though. It just needs some light on it, that's all.
That's real.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest risk you took for you to be successful?
Biggest risk I took is, I say everyday life. Just everyday life. Like, it's a risk for me every day doing what I do. So that's basically what it is. It take me to get successful is just doing what I do every day, which is like making my money. You know what I mean? I gotta be safe every day, so I can't be lacking. You know what I mean? So it's really a risk every day. It just don't seem like it because when you just been doing it and it's every day, it don't seem like it. But every day when you're doing this, it's a risk. So any day, anytime, like 24/7, I could catch a felony. Any time of the day. So I say just everyday life is a risk for me.
That's real. What do you feel it'll take to make it out of Grand Rapids?
I feel like you gotta leave for real. Like, you gotta leave. Shout out to my girl, Chloe. She got her own hair and stuff, Spoiled Palace. Me and her be arguing about this all the time. Cause I be telling her that like, if she was to leave, she'd be a bigger person somewhere else, like in Atlanta, in California, or like just different places like that. Cause just the simple fact of the opportunities, like we don't have opportunities there. Like it's nowhere you can go. It's not even a Floyd boxing gym where you can go and Floyd in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Here, it might be like we went to a club one time and 21 Savage was just there. So, you know what I mean? It's just easier for them to hear your sound, cause you can go to Magic City Monday, QCP in there, you know what I mean? Migos in there, a bunch of people in there. You can go to the DJ, hey, hun, let me cash you out, play this song. One of them might hear it. Oh, who is that, man? Who just, y'all just played on the, oh, that was such and such, that was Coy Gutta. So it's that easy for it to happen in other places. Like there, you gonna play that music, ain't nobody gonna hear it. Cause it's just us, and it ain't no unity there at all either though, because the beef's so heavy. Like, the beef is real heavy there, so it ain't no unity at all. And then it's like, you gotta down there pick a side too there. It ain't like you can, this hood beefing with these two hoods beefing, but I'm cool with both.
Yeah.
You can't do that there. Like, niggas will look at you some type of way, like, and they'll automatically put you with them though. Like, you hanging with them, oh, okay, you with them. Like, now we beefing with y'all too though. So it'll never be like how we want it to be, cause it ain't no unity, and it's only getting worse with the younger generation. Like, it ain't getting better. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Like, in my city now, it's like 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, they die normally now. That ain't like my generation. We ain't used to that. Like, our friends just dying when we 13, 12, 11, 14. We ain't used to that. But like now in the city, it's getting like, the death getting younger and younger now. So yeah, it's real fucked up.
Let's talk about Jeopardize.
Yeah.
How was it shooting that visual?
That bitch was that was straight, you know what I mean? Had some chicken in there. That's one of my best songs too. That Jeopardize. You know what I mean? That's really about like coming up and just having a name, and it's like you might want to do some stupid shit, but it's too much to jeopardize though. You know what I mean? It basically explains the position I'm in. You know what I mean? Cause like to R.Payso, they'll look at me like I'm the little homie or little dog, but in my hood, I'm a big homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of people, I take care of people in jail, people on the outside, I look out for them. So a lot of people really, they really got their eyes on me and they depend on me to like do stuff for them. So that was really about just me, like, you know what I'm saying? I got too much to jeopardize for real.
Straight like that. What is it that you want listeners to take from your music?
That's a good ass question. The main thing I want them to take from my music is just have your own mind and just be true to what you're doing. With that being said, that means like, if you're gonna do the crime, do the time. But but some people get that misconstrued too, because they think if they didn't do the crime, that they don't gotta do the time.
Yeah.
But when you living in this lifestyle, as far as drugs, guns, gangbanging, any of that type of stuff, street shit, period, if you doing any of that and your homeboy throw a rock bag on you, police pull you all over, it's too late to throw it back on them, it's on you.
Yeah.
If that type of situation happen, if you go to jail and you tell, you a snitch. Just because you ain't do the time, we know what we dealing with coming with this. Like, once you know that you got this strap on your hip, anything can happen. You could go to jail, you could kill a man, or you could be killed. So the main thing I want people to take from my music is like, just be yourself with it. Just be yourself and be real to it and be true to it. Like, don't do no faking or try to like be somebody you're not just because, you know what I mean, somebody like, it ain't looked at as cool. Like a lot of us, like me being in the streets was kind of selfish, you know what I mean? Cause I got a lot of people that love me, don't want to see nothing happen to me. Like I got grannies, I got mamas, I got aunties, cousins, and when you out here doing you just boom, boom, or you get shot, you're not really thinking about that, how like it's gonna affect them. You really just thinking like, oh, I'm a man, I can handle it. But in reality, it don't just affect you, what you're doing, it affect everybody. So I just want everybody to understand that part of it. Like, just be real with yourself. Like, don't be no follower or try to do something because it might look cool. Because it might look cool, but it ain't cool though.
Yeah, that's real. Let's talk about, or what can you tell us about the Codependent project with R.Payso?
What's crazy is, that was a project we had before we even became codefendants. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was already out, that was already like named what it was named. Well, we didn't drop it yet, but it was already put together before me and him ever became codefendants. So that was basically something we did where we rapped off of like some old school Dipset beats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was like some old school Dipset beats. You know what I mean? Because me and him, we like doing that where we just go off, like we got a couple projects like that where we just go off like older beats. Like it just bring that feeling back.
How would you describe your chemistry while working with Payso?
Shit, it's like, man, Kobe and Shaq, cat and mouse, like it go right together, like, cause it's like we both got two different like flows as far as rapping, but it be the same content for real. Like it be the same type of content. We both rapping about the same thing, but in our own way. Like, so I feel like we make some of the best music coming together, cause he got that like young feeling, but it's still an older feeling to it. Like he make the type of music old people and young people like, you know what I mean? Like my music, it might be like a younger person might like it, but a dude that's 45 or, you know what I mean, he might be like, oh, you off beat, like, you know what I mean, or something like that. He make that music where older people can feel it and younger people feel it. And we both make reality music. Like 9 times out of 10, like what we talk about in our raps is like what's going on. But not like what's going on, but as far as what we got going on. Not like we seen him do it and then we rapping about it. It's just what we got, it's our reality that we rapping about. So like, no matter how, like, it's all reality. Like all of it is all reality. Like it's so real, like, you ever heard the saying, it's so real, it sound like fronting. Like, yeah. It's that real, like it sound like it ain't. So me and his chemistry, like 100%. Like when we be getting done with songs like this, we be in the studio. Like Young Wayne, he'd tell you, we was in the studio with him and we did like 12 songs. Got in like 2 hours. You know what I mean? Got in the studio with Romaine Beats. We'll do like 15 songs with him, like, you know what I mean? So our work ethic when we get together be really like on point. So it make our chemistry good because we both willing to work hard.
That's real. Talk to us about the Organized Crime Entertainment label and what it's gonna take for y'all to sign to a major.
Yeah, the Organized Crime, yeah, that's, you know what I mean, bro label R.Payso. You know what I mean? He came up with the name and all that, the foundation of it. That got my boy Smooth Peso on there. You got Romaine Beats. You got R.Payso. You got Seven. You know what I mean? You got T. James, Migo, my homeboy. So what I think it's gonna take for us is, like I said, man, we just gotta get out here and explore more than, you gotta get past it. We gotta get past the city, for real. Like, once we get over that hump and get outside of the city, that's the next step we gotta take, you know what I mean? To like, cause it ain't while we doing all this, we trying to put on and niggas hating us for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people hating us for it. Like, we got a lot of backlash for the things we doing, these battle raps, these different events. Like, even though we doing this, some people just feel left out. Like, oh, why he ain't get a battle?
Yeah.
Like, what about the other, you know what I mean? Or why he ain't get put on this show to rap in front of such and such? So once we leave the city and get past everybody out there hating, I feel like that's what it had to be, you know what I mean? For us to, cause we got the music. We all make good music, everybody on the label. So once we just get past there and start exploring more and getting outside the city, I feel like we'll be there.
Straight up. What's some advice you would give the youth that's tuning into this interview right now?
Shit, the best advice I can give you, man, is listen to your parents. Don't go by the, don't listen to your homeboy or your big homie or this, man. Listen to your damn parents, man. They gonna lead you the right way, you know what I mean? Your homeboy might want you to, oh, shoot this gun, bro, it's for the homies. Now, for the people that don't got parents, don't really know what to tell them, you know what I mean? It's like, them the people that really don't got no choice, you know what I mean? But everybody, just be yourself at the end of the day. Just be yourself. Like, don't try to be nobody you're not. Just be yourself. Don't try to be something because it's cool or it's fashionable. Just be yourself. It's the best advice I can give you.
Any last words and shout outs?
You know what I mean? I want to say shout out to R.Payso, Migo. Shout out to Juice the God. Shout out G Cass. Shout out to Peso, Moolah, Southwest Rube. Shout out P.A. Melly. You know what I mean? These all artists too. Shout out Heavy Check Quan. Shout out my boy Southwest Dame. You know what I mean? Shout out Romaine Beats, Smooth Peso. Shout out BSGKT. Shout out Will Chapo. Shout out, damn, hope I ain't missed nobody. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody.
Straight up. Coy Gutta, we appreciate having you on the porch with us today, gang.
Yeah, for sure.
Bet.
This city getting dangerous. They tryna blame us.